Dog Adventures. Run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
Welcome to the Sporting Dog Adventures channel. Please like our video and subscribe so you catch our 3 new videos weekly. The Mississippi River Delta, home to New Orleans, home to the winter habitat for many of our migratory ducks and geese, home to some of the most vital fisheries that feed our country. This week on Sporting Dog Adventures, my boys and I learn about the conservation issue of our generation. I hope the show depicts how tragic it is that this ecosystem is slowly washing away. Our trip takes us out with the people of Vanishing Paradise, where we learn how we can stop the destruction of the Mississippi River Delta. The first part of the show is a conversation that my son Clayton has with Lan Tawney of Vanishing Paradise. Lan talks to Clayton about what is causing the destructive erosion that is affecting the Delta.
We're down here in coastal Louisiana, sportsman's paradise, but the problem with this great resource is it's vanishing. Right? Every single day, over 24 football fields are lost. Every single day down here to coastal erosion, and it's going away. So the stuff that you're going to experience here in the next couple days, if you ever have the fortunate opportunity to have kids, your kids aren't going to be able to experience the same thing because it's all disappearing.
With the marsh, why are they all disappearing?
Good question. So the reason it's disappearing is really because of these levees, right, that are along the Mississippi River. And the Mississippi River used to act like a garden hose. You ever held onto a garden hose and turned it on and it kind of sprays everywhere, right? That's the way this delta was formed over millions and millions of years. But what happened is to protect people and to halt flooding, they put up levees, which is a really good thing. What that did is it cut off this fresh water from the Mississippi and the sediment that comes down during high water that actually is the lifeblood of this marsh. Basically what they need to do is they need to reconnect the river with these wetlands. So what you're going to see tomorrow, you're going to see places where you have healthy marsh, and that's on the east side of the river. And the east side of the river, there isn't a levee right there. So all that water from the Mississippi is actually getting out there in the marsh. And on the west side, there's actually a levee. So all that marsh is dying because it's not getting any fresh water or sediment.
The morning of our first hunt, we got up early. We headed out on the mighty Mississippi and went to an area of the Delta that was still a healthy, vibrant wetland and full of teal.
Alligator. Yeah.
You're an alligator. I bailed you out on that one?
Yeah, you did. I missed the bag. Oh, you got better you out here. Good boy. Come on, next up.
We flew on this hunt, so I left my dogs at home. We got to hunt over a young, black Labrador Retriever named Deke. This was tough terrain for the dogs. They had heavy mud, thick weed growth, and really had a tough time when they went out on the retrieves for the birds. You didn't shoot? Yeah, they're kind of on your left, right side. I got that one.
Nice. I didn't shoot, that was yours.
That one I smoked. Hey, we're back here with Captain Joe from Cajun Fishing Adventures.
How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for getting us out.
Very welcome.
We've got your dog here. What do we got?
This is Deke. He's 20 months old. This is his second season. Typical male, full of energy, you know.
How many birds are you going to retrieve in a season?
Last year he ended the season at 15 months with 451 birds.
Man, that's a lot of birds.
Yeah. Our dogs they work hard all year long.
He's doing a good job for us. Now, what kind of terrain do you guys hunt here? I know here we've got some grass and a lot of mud. What's the different types of stuff we're going to hunt?
As you can see, we have a lot of feed. We have a lot of influence from the Mississippi River on the east bank. We have no levees on this side, so we have a lot of vegetation growing. You saw coming in this morning, and it's like a jungle on this side. It's a very fertile area.
How many days a year is old Deke going to hunt for you this season?
Probably close to 60 days. We have a 60-day big duck season and a 16-day teal. He'll hunt every day doing teal, and other than the holiday, 3 days of the holidays that I take off, he hunts. Last year he hunted 57 days out of big duck.
Can't buy the experience you're getting for him with that many retrieves as a young dog.
No, and we have 7 labs that hunt like that every day.
One thing I noticed though, they're all black. We got to get a little color in the Cajun fishing stable here.
Yeah, we're a little partial to the dark dogs.
Horizon was filling with birds. Deke was amped up. Stay tuned for more high-flying adventures, Cajun style, after this break. This training tip is brought to you by Conquest Scent Sticks.
Welcome back to Sporting Dog Adventures. I'm Paul Cortez with Lakota Retrievers. Today we're going to talk about de-cheating a dog. Essentially, it teaches the dog a straight line to the bird and a straight line back. It gets the dog in the water quickly and gets the dog out of the water quickly. Basically, there's 2 steps to this drill. The first step is teaching a direct line to the bird and a direct line back. We'll do this by throwing the bumper about 5 yards into the water, and we'll send him as a normal mark. Pick it. He's completely surrounded by water. It's a direct path to the bird and a direct path back. That's it. Good. Second step is tossing the bumper closer to the shore so he's tempted to cheat the shore and come back versus taking the water as a direct path. We'll do this by tossing the bumper closer to the shore. If he does cheat the shore, I'll give him a correction with the e-collar and you'll hear me say hot, hot, hot. He cheats, hot, hot, hot. Good. Sit. Now that he cheated the shore, we're going to do the first step over. Pick it. So now that he's in the water, he's not getting any correction. So he's going to associate the correction with the shoreline. Good. Sit. So now we're going to repeat step number 2. Pick it. Good. He did it absolutely perfectly. No correction. Now that he understands this drill in this location, we need to take him to numerous locations so he understands the drill in general. Remember, always be fair and concise with this drill. Hope you enjoyed this week's training tip, and now back to the hunt.
Hey, welcome back to Sporting Dog Adventures. I'm here with Lan Tawney from Vanishing Paradise. Lan, thanks for having us out for a hunt.
It's gonna be a good day.
We're out here, we're on an early season teal hunt, Louisiana. You can see the ocean, we're in the bayou. Man, this is beautiful.
It is, it's early for me too. Back home, we haven't started hunting for another 2 weeks.
We got her spread out, got my boys along, and we're in an area that's kind of cool. This is where the river is reconnected to the marsh, and it's actually making, instead of receding, more wetland.
Yeah, basically what it's doing is on the other side you got levees that are cutting the river off, so that's dying. On this side, that water and that sediment keeps on supplementing what's going on down here, so it's not disappearing.
And you look around and it's just alive. There's so many different birds. There's snails. We saw some redfish go by. It is just amazing how much life there is in this delta.
Yeah, it's alive and teeming with wildlife.
I had my boys along for this hunt, and it was early September. The good news, it was really comfortable for them in the morning, which was great. On the other hand, it got to the low 90s in the afternoon. But it didn't bother the teal, they were still filling the sky. It was great to be out with the people of Vanishing Paradise and learn how the river can be used to put sediment back into the delta to reverse the damage caused by the erosion. I could explain how the river, the sediment in it, and levees affect the delta, but it would take me probably 3 shows. You can learn more about this and how it affects the river and the delta itself by going to vanishingparadise.org. Oh, that was awesome!
Good boy, good boy.
At the end of our first day, my boys and I were overwhelmed with the amount of birds in the air, as well as the rest of the diverse wildlife that was in the delta. When we come back, we'll be joined by Land Tawney of Vanishing Paradise and World Series champion David DeLucci. And we'll have more high-flying adventures in the Delta. Hey, welcome back to Sporting Dog Adventures. Out here with Land Tawney, David DeLucci. So David, you're from Louisiana.
Yep, born and raised.
You've seen a lot down here. You've seen a lot of the change in the habitat and the wetland getting destroyed. What's your opinion on it?
It's a terrible disaster, especially for the people down here that get to see it every day and live it. And basically, we're trying our hardest to do something about it, but we just want our voice to get heard by the rest of the public and the rest of the country, because unless you're down here and you see it like we do, you don't realize how devastating it is. It's vanishing right in front of our eyes, and the people that live out here and work out here and enjoy this wonderful habitat, they've been asking for years for help, and no one really realizes how terrible it is. I mean, it's a daily basis. You come out here tomorrow and it looks completely different.
I know you started doing a lot of work for Vanishing Paradise here and helping them out and kind of being a little bit of a front man for them to get the word out. Land, I mean, he's helped out. There's a lot of people helping out. It seems like you guys got some momentum now.
I think we are. I think, you know, as David just said, as a lot of people didn't know what was going on down here. And so we started this campaign 2.5 years ago, and through David's help and others, we've been able to actually elevate this issue. So the rest of the country is starting to figure out what a national treasure it is down here. Now
David will probably get us some World Series baseball tickets now, because he's a World Series champ, and get us to the game. It is a payoff, you know, for helping the cause, right?
Man, I'll do whatever it takes to help this cause. I'm telling you, it's, you know, the rest of the nation depends on the seafood industry down here and the oil industry and the migratory birds. I don't think people realize how important it is to save these wetlands to save the rest of the country.
On the second day of our hunt, we went out with 2 dogs, Logan and Deke. We had to switch where we hunted because the coastal tides had changed, but that didn't stop the teal from filling the sky. After 2 days in the Delta, you could see why this area was so important. It was loaded with food and cover, all essential for the winter habitat for our migratory birds. Day 2 of our trip was in the books. My kids learned a ton while hunting teal in the Delta. And when we come back, they're going to learn how to fish Cajun style.
Put your rod tip up, okay?
Hold it up.
Got him.
This product review is brought to you by the Outdoor Hub. I don't know if you've had the problem multiple times when you're in the blind, you go to grab your cardboard box, it falls right apart. It got wet, it got damaged, and now you don't have it. You're walking around with your shells in a plastic bag. This is a Mr. Lid shotgun shell holder. Pretty simple device. It's great because you can take your shells and you can put them right into the box, close it up, and it'll keep you organized. Now, if you want to remove your cardboard box, what you can do is something called a tip and transfer. And this is cool. Put the box in like that, simply tip it, pull the box out. Now you have your shells all contained. It's going to hold them and keep them safe. The Mr. Lid has smooth corners and edges that will not catch in your vest or jacket. Inside on the bottom of the Mr. Lid has a scallop design that will hold your shells in place. Don't carry your shells in a supermarket bag. Get yourself a Mr. Lid. It'll keep you organized, protects your shells so they don't get rusty, helps you in the field. On day 3 from Cajun Fishing Adventures, we head out on a boat. My kids had 2 days of hunting to learn how important this area was for migratory birds, and now would get to see firsthand how vital the area was as a fishery.
Keep reeling fast. Hold your mouth. One spot. Hold him hook.
Hey!
Yeah.
How about that?
This is called a black drum. This is the first cousin to the redfish.
The most dramatic thing I saw on this part of the trip was on the boat GPS. It showed that we were on land, when in reality, we were surrounded by water. Witnessing the lost wetland firsthand really drove home the point that this was a national tragedy.
This little platform used to be on the bank of a canal, okay? This little pole line here is marking the old shoreline of a channel that ran completely through the dense marsh right here, straight all the way out to the Gulf. And I can remember when I was a little kid, laying on the front deck of my dad's flatboat, riding down Dry Cypress Bayou, which is where we are, and you could see, and it was marsh on both sides here. As far as you could see, you couldn't see out into the distance in all this open water. All this, where we are right now, used to be land.
Wow.
Don't slow down. Keep reeling fast. Hold your rod tip up, okay?
Hold it up, boy.
Got him. This fish is called a sheephead, okay? He's got fins that can stick you, and he's got teeth that can bite you.
Got one?
That's a redfish?
Redfish, my man.
Is it big enough?
Good job. Give me knuckles on that.
I had so much fun on this part of the trip. My job was to be the personal assistant of my youngest son, Callahan. I had to make sure that those huge redfish did not pull him over the side of the boat.
Mr. Whiskers?
Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, hold him, hook. Not ready for me yet.
That's a red. Wait, what is that?
Wow, Kelly, look at that.
That's a redfish.
Look at that.
22.
That's a good one, Kelly. Look at the one you just caught.
That's a redfish.
That's a big fish. I had a ton of fun fishing with the boys. The action was non-stop. The natural resources of this area and the overall importance are truly overwhelming. I'd like to thank Ryan Lambert and Cajun Fishing Adventures for hosting us for the hunting and fishing on this trip. The deterioration of the Mississippi River Delta is the conservation fight of our generation. There are many people that have taken up this cause personally, including myself. I realize everyone's lives are busy and times are difficult. I've gone to Washington, D.C. to lobby Congress and joined Vanishing Paradise to help get the word out, as well as taught my kids about this issue. Please visit vanishingparadise.org to learn how you can help as well. Next week on Sporting Dog Adventures, we head back to Kessler Canyon Ranch, where we hike into the mountains to hunt quail and chukar. We'll bring you breathtaking views, big mountains, and high-flying adventures from 8,000 feet. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hadel's Game Calls.
If you're looking for a puppy,
Contact Soggy Acres Retrievers. Go to soggyacres.com.
Tell me, is this a boy or girl duck?
Girl?
You think it's a girl duck?
There you go, buddy.
Is that a boy or girl, Cal?
Boy.
It's a boy.
He can smell it. Smells a little musky. He's not gonna go knuckle deep up there.
Everything you need is here under the sun.